For those who don't know me, I'm the CEO of Resonance, which owns the Quantum Insider. Resonance operates brands across 5 different deep tech verticals, with Quantum being our flagship. We provide media and market intelligence to hundreds of customers across the landscape, and we're now a team of about 40 people, venture-backed, and we're growing rapidly. I'm going to focus on our market intelligence support and then give a couple of minutes at the end on what are we seeing in the market. So our intelligence platform, we collect data on everything going on in the quantum market, and we put it in this SaaS platform where you can look at anything that's going on and dig into it in more detail. It serves investors, startups, corporations, governments, and it provides a holistic overview of the market. We don't just provide funding round information, we're really building these very rich ecosystem maps so you can dig into who are the key partners, government relationships, and everything else in between. We get our data from over 100,000 sources of news, and then we convert this into structured intelligence in the same way that is typically done across the defense industry and open source intelligence, OSINT. And we make sure the data is correct with a mixture of running it through the large language models to process this enormous amount of information. And then we have our own analysts in-house who will go and classify this information and structure it. We cover an enormous amount of data, as you can see here. I'm not going to go through this, but typical use cases around competitive intelligence, due diligence, government doing ecosystem mapping, and indeed for investors doing opportunity scouting. A couple of customer case studies. We've worked with the British government around a £2.5 billion national strategy, and we provide subscription access to the British government and several other national governments and agencies. Indeed, we also work with commercial organizations like large consultants, making sure that the advice that they give their clients is underpinned by foundational market intelligence. So that's a little bit about us, and I'm just going to quickly give some insights. So Mark has already kindly shared a couple of these, and he's updated his data more than I have, so I had to quickly chuck in the Oxford quantum circuits around here at the last minute. As Mark alluded to, the funding has dried up a little bit in 2023, but there's some nuance to that. 2021 and 2022 were pretty special years, lots of SPACs, lots of very large Series Bs, and I'll kind of provide a little bit of perspective on that as well. Quantum is still a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of investment in the global VC market. And indeed, the overall market has declined for VC over the last year as well. I think the total market here is 53% down. I think quantum's about 40% down. So any discussions around a quantum winter, I'll be picking up at Q2B. And I'll say that I don't think we are in a quantum winter. And just a final point I'd like to frame for the discussion later is that we shouldn't forget that private capital is only one part of the ingredients around how we build a successful quantum ecosystem. Private capital at its peak was 2 billion. Government funding absolutely dwarfs this. And we often forget about public companies, as Jeffrey was alluding to. And we also forget about the big tech companies like AWS, Google, Microsoft, who are putting an enormous amount of money that not everyone knows about in R&D in quantum. So that's a very short overview. I'd be delighted to speak to anyone who's interested. You can visit our site here through this QR code. And I just want to say thank you for everyone in this community to help build what is a very exciting industry. Thank you.